Hey guys, drdecks here. Today we are finishing up the framing on this little deck remodel that we're doing. So we'll be finishing up some outside rim boards, and we put in some blocking, different things. We've been working on the side of the house, getting it ready, doing some flashing and that kind of thing. So right now we're doing a freeze board up against the house and doing some flashing so that I can notch it so that this piece of product called drdecks rubber gasket spline fits into this groove, and then when you start putting all the groove boards together with the gasket spline, then it becomes a waterproof deck. So that's where we're at right now. The guys are putting on the last outside ledger board. We doubled everything up, and then I'm still working on the house, so we're kind of getting to that point where we're getting that done. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon if you want to be notified every time we're putting out fresh content. Got to make a groove in a deck board. I got to double up my blade. So I just cut my groove. And I'm gonna check it with a gutter spline to see if it has a nice fit. And then if it does, I can rip my freeze board that'll be going up against the side of the house. Looks pretty good. I think I'll go a little bit deeper on the dado or the groove, but this will sit up against the house. Here's the house. This sits up against the house. And then this is our first waterproof connection, and then the next deck board slides into this, and so on and so forth. So that's how we're gonna do this.
Anyway, we know we're 16 feet, so just clamp it right on the end, pull her down, and then we'll cut it right at the end. And for that we use the PVC pipe cutters. This is the top of the deck board, bottom of the deck board, and see the fins? That's what goes into the groove. So as long as you're doing that, we're gravy. But there's two different ways I was doing it. I was getting it started, and then I was using my fingers like this, and I was just pushing it in. And this works okay. This is actually working way better than it did in the summer, so you might be getting super lucky, bro. Anyway, right here, see this? How that is pushed against the deck board and there's no space? Mm-hmm. That is what you're going for on both sides. It needs to look like that. And the alternative of doing it is like so.
How about that? All right, so now we have our freeze board installed. All our flashing is installed. Everything's nice and tight up against this door. Everything looks really good. We're going to install the freeze board, and then we can start putting in our first piece of AZEK decking with the drdecks waterproof gutter spline in it. And then once we get that, we'll just keep adding and adding and adding, and try to get this deck laid today. So what I'm doing right now is I've got my freeze board installed against the house, but right now it kind of is wavy, and we're trying to make a nice straight line so we can start doing our drdecks, and we have to start with a straight line. So I've actually screwed it to the house, and now what I've done is I've gone back and I found the gaps. So here's a pretty good sized gap. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a drill. Since we're using the Cortex system, I'm gonna pull these screws out a little bit and make this freeze board, that might have been a little too much. Make this freeze board come out to my level, and then we'll check it with a string when we're done. Maybe get another clamp on it. You keep dropping screws.
You got the freeze board. screws. It's gangster at the top of the list. And it was something like build a deck.
Did you see that post your dad did yesterday with the, what was it, boss? How many, what'd you say? It was like, how many decks you got? A lot or something? That was so good, dude. I was dying.
Yep. And this one's really going to. So the way that we're installing this AZEK on this plywood deck, we're using a product called Dry. And Dry is a waterproof gutter spline, and we had to come up with a way of how to compress our boards because we didn't have a way of traditionally compressing our deck boards like we do in decks prior. What we did was we took our outside rim joist and we hung it up 1.5 inches past the flush of the deck, so we had a lip that we could compress with. So what we did is we took some 5-foot timber, cut it down, and now we're using our clamps in a reverse fashion, so it pushes the decking and compresses that rubber gasket so that we get good compression so the water won't leak. I bet you would have been like, yeah, man.
I felt
Yeah. Don't mess up. I wanted to get so good at that, like anytime you guys ask me a question, I'm like, you know.
You're pretty good at it.
Me and Calvin are gonna go to the Star Wars movie on the
I know, I'm
23rd?
jealous. I'm jealous. The corner mile, he's sleeping right for me. I'm gonna die right now, dude. Was that
You can turn that into something good. Yeah, he'll turn that into something good. I'm like, he's gonna, my name is Prince, and I am funky. All right, guys, that's all the time we have for today because DJ Studio Man has to part ways with us. Wah, wah. But hey, I appreciate the follow. Thanks for watching. We're doing a really unique install today. I hope you got something out of it. And if you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, comment below, leave us your comments, like, share, love. Appreciate you all. Have a great day.